The Ballad of InterContinental Montreal, a tragedy in five-star disguise. Oh, gather round, my darlings, and let me tell you a tale so wretched, so unforgivably mediocre, that it would make a Motel 6 blush with pride. This is the story of the InterContinental Montreal, a name that once meant luxury, now synonymous with how is this legal? Act I, the grand deception, check-in chaos. I arrive, my little heart fluttering with the naive hope of a child on Christmas morning. The lobby, fine, the chandeliers, sparkly, the staff, oh ho ho, where do I begin? I had called ahead like a responsible adult to confirm my needs. But no, InterContinental Montreal operates on the principle of your words vanish into the void. The front desk agent looks at me like I've just spoken in ancient Sumerian. You requested what? A room with a working outlet, a fridge that doesn't double as a sauna, preposterous. And then the audacity doubt me. Like I am some scammer trying to trick them into providing basic amenities. The gaslighting is so strong, I check my own pulse to make sure I am not the delusional one. Spoiler, I am not. Act I. The room of broken promises, the 20th floor, allegedly a privilege. Instead, I am greeted by 2 broken lamps, because who needs light in a hotel room? A fridge warmer than my XS heart, so much for keeping my very expensive skincare chilled. A socket that refuses to charge my phone. Guess I'll just vanish into the abyss if there's an emergency. A phone that works sometimes like a moody teenager. It picks and chooses when to function. I call for the manager, Eric. He arrives, nods sympathetically, and fixes 1 lamp. 1 out of 2. This is the equivalent of putting a band-aid on a severed limb and calling it medicine. Then, the slippers saga. Eric promises they'll arrive in 15 minutes. 45 minutes later, nothing. I call again the next morning, and Markle, or whatever her name was, has the nerve to say, we didn't know what to deliver. Oh, pardon me, as the note slippers and water written in hieroglyphics. Act I, the breakfast betrayal, the InterContinental breakfast, a phrase that now haunts my dreams. I order brown toast and sausages. What arrives? Rye and bacon. I hate bacon, hate it. The menu clearly says choose between ham, sausage, or bacon. But no, the room service blames me for their incompetence. You should be specified. Oh, I am sorry, I didn't realize ordering food here required a legally binding contract. Act IV, the valet villainy. Now, let us talk about the parking situation. A 12-level underground dungeon where SUVs go to die. The entrance is so low, it scrapes the roof of normal-sized cars. The bellman casually mentions this happens a couple times a week. And yet no warning signs, no adjustments, just a whoops, your car's now a convertible. And then there's poor Ryan Mance, whose car was stolen from the valet. The hotel's response? We'll cover your stay. Oh, how generous, a free night in exchange for a 15,000 car. Truly, the math is immaculate. Act V, the laundry lament. I send my clothes to the laundrette. Whoa, items go missing. I have a wedding the next day. The staff shrugs like they've lost a.
I'm looking into crimes near InterContinental Montreal, and I found some pretty scary stuff. Like, you'd think it's a nice area, right? I mean, it's Old Montreal. It's got that historic vibe, But no, there's some shady stuff going on. So, businesses near InterContinental Montreal are like super friendly, They're all smiles and welcomes. But don't let that fool you. Like, I found this one store. It's a souvenir shop, and they were selling these super expensive, authentic Montreal-themed items. But they were total fakes, Just cheaply made stuff with a Montreal label on it. And these tourists, they were buying it like it was the real deal. I mean, who does that? It's like, come on, you're smarter than that, right? I predict the tourists probably felt super embarrassed when they realized they got scammed. Like they probably tried to return the stuff, but the store was all, "Oh, no, no, no. You can't return this. It's final sale." And then they're stuck with this worthless junk, you know. It's just, like, so sad. And the scammers, they probably just laughed all the way to the bank, you know. They probably did it to, like, 1,000 tourists that day. It's just like, how could you, right? It's so wrong. And then there was this other store. It was a jewelry store. And they were selling these diamond necklaces for, like, $1,000 a piece. But, like, they were just glass or something, you know. Not even close to being real diamonds. And these tourists, they were eating it up, you know. Like, they thought they were getting this amazing deal. But really, they were just getting ripped off. I predict the tourists probably felt, like, super disappointed when they found out the truth. Like, they probably showed it off to all their friends. And then they had to, like, admit that it was fake. It's just, like, so humiliating, you know. And the scammers, they probably just thought it was, like, the best joke ever, you know. They probably laughed about it for weeks, like, "Oh, wow, we got them so good." It's just like, you know. Anyway, that's what I found out about crimes near InterContinental Montreal. It's just like, be careful, you know. Don't let these scammers take advantage of you. You're smarter than that, right?
The dark truth about businesses near InterContinental Montreal. If you're staying at the InterContinental Montreal, prepare yourself, because the businesses surrounding it are a masterclass in disappointment. From aggressive mall security to overpriced, flavorless food, this area treats tourists like walking ATMs with low standards. Let's break down exactly what you're walking into. Shopping here feels like a dystopian survival game. Businesses near InterContinental Montreal treat customer service like an extinct concept. Take Complexe Desjardins, a mall where security guards act like villains in a bad action movie. Visitors report guards yelling, getting physical with unhoused individuals, and blasting loud music in stairwells just to drive them out. One man was bleeding in the bathroom, smearing blood everywhere, while another was caught using drugs in the stalls. The food court smells like a neglected gas station restroom, and stores close unpredictably, as if daring you to give them money. If this is shopping, maybe Amazon wasn't so bad after all. Spa, more like a public humiliation chamber. Expect relaxation near InterContinental Montreal. Spa William Gray laughs at your optimism. Guests describe dusty rooms, therapists arguing with clients mid-massage, and thermal baths that look nothing like the photos. One therapist told a customer, "If I came to your job, I wouldn't tell you how to edit your spreadsheet." Because apparently, paying $200 for a massage means you should shut up and take whatever sloppy rubdown you get. Hidden fees, broken promises, and a pool that's always mysteriously closed for private events complete the scam. Dining a symphony of salt, screaming, and scams. Restaurants near InterContinental Montreal serve two things: regret and high blood pressure. Garde Manger, supposedly a seafood haven, specializes in undercooked salmon, raw scallops, and waiters who upsell like desperate telemarketers. One couple paid $150 for a tasting menu and got burnt cake, fish so salty it could cure meat, and a manager who shrugged like a teenager caught stealing. The music is so loud, diners compare it to a nightclub. Except here, the DJ is your migraine. Coffee shops where baristas fight customers need caffeine. Café Olympico might serve you a lukewarm cortado with a side of hostility. Baristas ignore orders, argue in foreign languages, and once a worker took off his shoes to fight a customer in line. Pastry stocks vanish without warning, and the friendly service feels like a hostage negotiation. Pro tip: if you see the barista cracking his knuckles, maybe skip the coffee. Nightclubs where safety goes to dive bars near InterContinental Montreal treat patrons like lab rats in a bad experiment. Le Rouge Bar has bouncers who choke guests, water bottles priced like diamonds 5 for tap water, seriously. And so many spiked drinks that locals joke it's part of the cover charge. One reviewer's sister was